Okay, today I'm back with a paint review. So this is a Rustique spray on rust paint, actual paint that will provide real rust on your props. This was sent to me by Creative Paints Limited. You may know them already. I have actually done a video on how to use their Tin Man paint, which I used on my Mandalorian armour. So it's a nice spray on paint that you sand down and polish up, and it makes it look like metal. They saw that video and asked, hey, can we send you some stuff to do a review on? So just let you know, this is not something I've paid for. This is being sent to me to review, so I will review it as honestly as I can. So this is the 4 square meter kit. So as you can see, we've got a couple of different solutions. We've got a binder, we've got an iron additive powder, and then we've got an actual rusting solution. So this on their website actually retails for £85, but they do have a couple of different options. Obviously bigger kits, smaller kits, and a rattle can kit. So if you don't have an actual spray gun, which we'll be using to spray this on, because we'll have the little, this is a 3M PPS system. So you see like the little spray guns that have the cans on the top, but this one has got a removable insert, so we'll keep it clean, because paint like this tends to gum up guns pretty quickly, as we've discovered from the metal paint. And you'll see there's this little like gauzy bit on the top, so if anyone has got this gun system, we're just going to remove this gauze bit just to make sure it doesn't gum up and get stuck in here, because this is great for putting on paint and primer, but when we're putting on a nice thick solution like this, we don't want this to get in the way. So of course I'll put a link in the description to their website and to the Rustique section as well. They have also sent me a crackle paint, which I will be reviewing at some point in the future. So this is one of 2 paints of those I'll be looking at. But I really wanted to try the Rustique one out, because I've been in a very big Fallout mood as of late, and recently I found this little Nerf gun in a charity shop for like £3. And it kind of has a little bit of a pipe pistol look to it, I think. And those in the game are very rusty. So I'm literally going to spray this whole thing and make it look like it's been stuck in the ground for like 200 years and rusted away. Even though, that's not how pipe pistols are in the law, but never mind. This is about the paint. So I've already primed it. This is actually done with a rattle can primer. On the website they do recommend a 2K primer. So if you have that with using your proper spray gun, then that's great, but we're going to see how this reacts to a rattle can primer as well, because obviously they do have rattle can alternatives, so we'll see how this one goes. So this is how our gun looks after 2 coats of the Rustique paint. So we've got this nice sort of dark, sort of black browny colour. It's also got a really nice texture to it, if you can see that close on the camera. So that's obviously the little iron additive powder. So we've managed to get most of it. So I'm hoping all this will come up fairly well. So it's about 15 to 20 minutes recommended between doing each coat. So 1 coat, left for 15, did another coat, and then about an hour or so to dry before adding the next part. So I've been doing it for about an hour and a half. So it's been drying for an hour and a half since the last coat. So we can move on to the next step, which is adding the 1 hour rusting solution. So we're just going to follow the instructions that are on the back of the bottle. So it's already got powder in here. So you're going to fill it up with water, shake it for a bit, leave it for 5 minutes, and then douse this with the solution. And then basically you just gotta wait. So I recommend 12 to 24 hours just to kind of see how it comes out, but they do say you can leave it for a few days and the rust sort of starts to like change colour. So basically you kind of leave it until it gets to a colour that you're happy with, and then we actually have a matte patina sealer that comes with this, and once it's got to a point we're happy with it, we can seal it, and everything should look nice. So here's the piece after about a week. So you can see how different areas have kind of been affected by the rust. Obviously the best looking areas are like little bits in here where we've got a really nice deep orangey colour, and like that nice orangey part sort of like just round here we've got some sort of like white building up, because this is a chemical reaction, so it's not going to be perfect, and we've got this sort of spotting going on the handle. But overall, I think that's a pretty cool effect. Now, for something this complex of a shape, it's probably not the best thing for it. I think this paint is probably better on a lot, like you can see, a lot flatter surfaces, and maybe just ones with small details on them, and in smaller quantities. So in the instructions they say that you can actually do use this paint with a paintbrush, so you can mix the parts up and just paint areas on by hand and spray them, so it'll be really good for doing small rust areas. So it's a technique we'll definitely be wanting to be using in the future. But for now, let's give this gun a seal, just so the paint sort of stops reacting, because I got sent this as well with it, which is matte patina sealer, so that'll seal this, because as well you can't yeah, you sort of just see it there. There's a bit of orange on my hands because it's rusty metal, the rust is coming off of my hands, so again we don't want that for a prop, so we're going to spray this, seal it, and what I'm thinking of doing is going over with some other sort of paint details, a bit of black wash, and yeah, again, just I want to make this look like it's something that's properly come out the ground. So yeah, let's see what we can do for a little final finish on this. So here is it now with the matte patina sealer on it. So it's gone a lot darker. So just certain parts of the rust are sort of picked up a bit more orangey. So this might be something better if you don't leave it to darken up so much and then go over with the sealer, because it goes quite a really sort of very dark brown. It's lighter to the eye than it is on camera, so yeah, I like that, that's quite nice. So I'm just going to go over it with a little bit of other paint techniques just to make it look, again, old and a little bit more weathered, and then I'll give my final thoughts. So here we are, a quick bit of sort of dirt paint, some weathering, and a little leather strap, and we've got our rusted out pistol. So I quite like this Rustique stuff. I don't think doing a prop like this is probably the best application for it, but I am looking forward to actually trying out using it in smaller quantities, just doing certain patches, because doing something big and complicated like this, it doesn't seem to work usually well, but it worked a lot nicer on the smoother surfaces. So I'm thinking if you've got smooth surfaces to the Rustique paint, it will look quite good. Again, I can see more of the orange tones to the eye than I can on camera. On camera here, it looks just more like a sort of black and yellowy tones, but you've also got some really nice sort of texture going on as well. See, now it's sealed, it's not coming off on my hands, but this is going to come in really, really useful for some future builds I'm doing now that I'm getting super back into playing my Fallout games, and I want to do some more Fallout props. So this is going to be really cool, so do expect me to use this more in the future, and I'll be able to sort of update sort of techniques and check out other things that I can use this product for. I would definitely recommend getting it in the smaller quantities. It'll be interesting to see what the spray can compares to this, because obviously this is a bit more of a professional solution, but as I said, you can mix it up and paint it on, so you don't even need a spray gun to use it. So if you do that, obviously this mixing solution only lasts 12 months once you've added the water, but because comes in a 2-part paint solution, the paint is going to last you a really long time. So if you do a lot of sort of post-apocalyptic, anything rust-based model making, prop making, set, anything like that, this would be a really, really cool paint. So it is something that I do recommend. So again, thank you very much to Creative Paints for sending me this item to review. I do have one more of their paints to have a look at, which is their crackle paint, but we'll take a look at that another time. So thank you very much for tuning in and watching this video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below, and hopefully I'll be back with some more prop builds very soon, so I'll see you around.